for I will share thought for the day in the physical health, especially different type of medical treatments, and then what each of them do actually. So we know the 5 different type of medical treatments are there. One is allopathy, another one is Siddha, and another one is Ayurveda, another one is Unani, and another one is homeopathy. So each one has fundamental principle, and so we'll try to understand that. Allopathy is, we all know that it's actually treating the body level. If you have a illness on the body, it treats at a physical body level. That treatment is done. That is known as allopathy. So we all know that. That is why it has a lot of side effects and all. But emergency conditions, allopathy serves you better, especially the birth of the child or all those times, and any emergency, allopathy serves and saves your life. But when it comes to Siddha actually, it is all the plants which are present, especially in the Tamil Nadu and southern part of India. So all the plants and extracts from the plant is used for this medicine. This basically increases the life energy particle, and as the life energy particle is increased, it actually increases the biomagnetism. So the increase in the biomagnetism removes the blockage in the body. So the disease is what? There is some block in the energy level. That is what actually has formed as a disease. Now, to clear the block, you supply additional energy. If you do supply additional energy, then automatically the block is cleared. So this is based on this principle. Siddha medicine. Ayurveda is also in the same principle only, but the difference is it uses the plants and extracts all over the India. So throughout the India, so that is a difference. But there is a lot of commonality between Ayurveda and Siddha. Just the only thing is the kind of plants used is only in southern or Tamil Nadu part, and especially the Siddhas in Tamil Nadu, whereas the other, it was northern parts of India. And so this has a long history, like Siddha has a long history of 2000, 3000 years back. And Ayurveda also, a lot of books written in the 5th and 4th century. And from there it was taken up and used by Dhanvantari, Pohar, Korakar. So there are several saints actually enhanced that, all of them actually. So all the Siddhas, the 18 Siddhas in Tamil, they know the Siddha medicine and treatment of that and all those things effectively. So this is two on this Siddha and Ayurveda. Unani also is actually similar to that. It was invented by Hippocrates, and especially in the before Christ, 5th and BC, so 3rd, 4th century in that time. This also especially uses the plant extracts and all those things, and it has also same principle. You have 3, right? Vadam, Pittam, Kapam. All these 3, when these elements get disturbed, and it actually gives you the medicine similarly for that. So this is how it is. And homeopathy, we all know that. Homeopathy is a medicinal technique which is maybe from a plant extract, or may use any other Panchaputa element or anything else as well. And the content of the medicine in the homeopathy is actually very, very, very less, or even cannot even very, very significantly less. Even sometimes scientists say it's actually a placebo effect. That means there is no medicine, it just creates a mental perception. The patient has taken the medicine and it produces the effect. That's what scientists claim. So what it has done is actually you take a medicine, not a medicine, you take an element and which produces similar symptoms in the body. For example, if you have fever, it's not only the fever. So the kind of symptoms that you have psychologically and physically, it accounts everything, and a medicine is given to you. If you take that medicine, it will produce a similar symptom in your body. So what happens is the body thinks, okay, my enemy has come, I have to be ready and attack it. So when it tries to clear the symptoms created by the medicine, automatically the disease is cured. So this acts at the biomagnetism level. So the first one is at the body level. Siddha, Ayurveda, Unani is actually at a life energy level. This one is actually biomagnetism. Parudal, Nunudal, Gandha Udal solluvalle. Parudal, physical body means this one. And astral body means Siddha Ayurveda. Causal body means it's actually homeopathy. So that is why it is much more powerful, and long cure and permanent cure it will establish. But the thing is, it has 4,000 medicines. Identifying the right kind of medicine actually is the biggest challenge. Swamiji used to say, like, in future homeopathy will evolve and future medicine is homeopathy only, because that's what Swamiji has said. And after that, in the last century, there was one more invention, which is flower medicine. And that also is, it's not actually homeopathy. Homeopathy is actually giving you a medicine which will create a similar symptoms in the body. That is what is homeopathy. Flower medicine is, again, it's on the positive side of it. It also acts as directly on the biomagnetism level changes, and it works actually. Homeopathy and this flower medicine, they both act at a psychological level. First, actually, it treats the mind of the patient. Once the patient's mind is treated, automatically the disease will be cured. The flower medicine is, it doesn't actually produce any negative effect or symptoms. What it does is it actually produces a positive effect. If you have a vengeance feeling, there is a medicine to eliminate the vengeance. If you have a fear, there is a flower which actually, if you take it, it increases the confidence and courage. Similarly, if you have a low confidence, there is another one. So, like that, if you have a guilt feeling, there is a medicine. Like that, there are 38 plants which are used in the flower medicine. So these are all different techniques. I can attribute or give an example, one more in a different way. A student is not studying well, and you want him to study well. What are all the different options available? Option one, you take a stick and hit him and threaten him, you have to study. If you don't study, I am going to punish you a lot. That's option one. That's what is allopathy. It works initially. It works for 1 or 2 times. But continuously, if you apply the treatment, the student will not respond. And the negativity also will come, and the behavior of the student also will change. That's what the side effects of the allopathy. First time it works well, second time increase the dose, third time increase the dose. After that, body becomes not even responding to the higher doses. And also it produces side effects. So Siddha, Ayurveda, Homeopathy are giving advice to the student and asking him to change his behavior. You ask the student, give him kind of a counseling or advice, and it is important that you have to study well, and the student realizes his mistake, or sits and studies well. So that's option 2. Homeopathy and these flower medicines are at the third level, which is like by praying or by blessing, changing the personality. So you don't even talk to the student. You just sit and bless the student. It takes time, but it goes and acts in the subconscious level, changes the student's behavior, right? So homeopathy and these flower medicines are at a third level. So which is best? You can select, right? So which will have no side effect. Even advice also, right? After a long time, feel little disturbed, right? So even Siddha Ayurveda also, certain medicines, if you take, some side effects will be there. Like if you take, for example, if you have cold, if you take a medicine, actually it increases heat in the body. That heat will actually, dilutes the, all the, cold and everything, and just evaporates it. But when it does that, your stomach will get upset. It is a good medicine. Of course, for that time, a mild side effect will be there. But for homeopathy and flower medicine, there is no side effect, because it's act at the magnetism level. That is the difference. It's like a blessing, right? So that is the way of these medicines work. And we should consciously, if you are taking any English medicine or allopathy for a long time, you should take a relook of it actually. For an emergency short time, it's fine. That is why, and beyond all, doing exercise, having positive thoughts, these and all will prevent diseases arising in your body. First, the disease starts in your mind, then the disease actually comes to your body. So what we should do is cleaning the mind. That's what Swamiji actually. There are many other techniques, Reiki, energy healing. There are other techniques also available. If you look at, Swamiji was an expert in Ayurveda, homeopathy, and Siddha, all these things. But if anybody is really suffering, he will call them and ask them to take this medicine and all. But he also says that don't, come and stand in the queue for, asking me medicines. So, because disease is, again, we are looking at a body level. Body means it will have disease, right? One day the body is going to die and it will have a disease. So if we treat at a body level, you are not successful. But the root cause of the disease is actually at the soul level, Atma level. So the imprints on the soul, once it is released, even though the body has a disease, it will not have a significant impact. So that is why Swamiji has actually given meditation and introspection techniques, which will act on the soul level. So when the soul level thing starts working, the physical level, whatever is there, also slowly, gets erased. Or even if it is there, it will not have a significant impact on your life. So that is what is actually, even the saints had diseases, right? Ramana Maharishi had a cancer, and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had TB. So diseases will come and go based on the karmic imprints. So if you focus on erasing the karmic imprint, you may not require such. But still, it is worth to note the kind of medicines and how they, act on the body. It's very important. And especially last one, homeopathy, right? Normally, people take several doses of homeopathy medicine, actually. I learned from one professor, a single dose is sufficient. If you have an illness, let's say you are having illness, for that one single dose, fairly sufficient to cure that, because body will respond. But the right medicine, the right single dose has to be given to you. And if it is given, it will work. But identifying the right actually is the biggest challenge, because you have 4,000 medicines are there. Which one is for you? Not sure. That's where the most of the challenge will come. Not only that, your karma also plays a role here. If you have to suffer a lot due to your karma, even if you go to the expert doctor, his mind will not select the right medicine for you. But again, for that, you need to do a lot of good actions and meditation. If you do that, once the karma is erased, automatically you may not even require a medicine, or a kind of exercise itself might cure it, or the doctor will give you the right medicine. So these are all, see, when you go to a doctor for a medicine, right? It's not just the doctor giving you the medicine. Actually, your genetic center selects the medicine. Your own soul selects the medicine. You may be wondering, this doctor is good, this doctor is bad. It is not at all. The doctor just writes the medicine. Your genetic center communicates with the genetic center of the doctor. And your genetic center, let's say, if it has significant karma left over there, it sends a message, this guy is having, this person is having a lot of karma left, then don't give that medicine. His mind will change and he will write something which will not work for him. And if you have all the karma is erased and little bit is left, right, then you go to the doctor, he will write, okay, this is all done. Okay, it's the right time to clear the body illness. He will write a medicine which you will get it and it will work out. And you will say the doctor is great. Actually, it's not the doctor, it's you. It's your own karma, your own soul has selected that medicine. That's what is fundamental. Even Swamiji had ulcer. Even though he was an expert in Siddha and Ayurveda, he was not able to cure that, right? And Bohar came, and he came and told, after a karma was released, after several, after meditation and service, and he said, this is a kind of a combination of meditation. You can go and medicines. You can go and get it prepared from using another doctor, Venkata Vaidya. He will prescribe you that. He said, even though Swamiji has studied and practicing for several years, he couldn't figure it out for himself. Why? It's because of the karma, which we all have to undergo. So instead of medicines have an effect on the body and mind level, but the meditation will have an act on the soul level. If you focus at that level, medicines will come to your doorstep. So that is a message for today's thought for the day. Thank you all. Be blessed by the devotees.